I have a beautiful interview today. I have a World War II veteran, a very wonderful guy. In English, we call him Toby, but his real name, Toby, would you tell us?
Tibia Ghidinelli.
That's a beautiful name. And our assistant today, helping us out, is beautiful Jenny Hansen.
Thank you.
Toby, would you tell us what year it was when you served in the Army?
In 1943, they called me in the Army and they sent me to Sicily. It's an island down below Italy. And then we spent not quite 2 months over there. The American came, bombing everything down, so they were more stronger than we do. We come back to Italy, we come back, they send me up, we come there through Rome, we went up there, a city called Trento, close to Austria. Over there, in the evening, they said the war was over. So we had the king of Italy and Mussolini. So Mussolini, they want to go ahead to the German, be allied together. And the king of Italy, he wants to fight no more the United States or the Russian. So we went to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. The German tanks, they come in and put all aside. They load us in a train, about 50 people, is a wagon train they used to load even cow or horse. We took a trip to Austria. And there they put us in a concentration camp.
Tobia, tell the story about how long it took you to get there on the cattle car and the potatoes.
No, yeah, I was coming. After we get to the camp over there, the American airplane come up and let the bomb down. So we all get up from the train like that. We went outside, about not far and far. It was potatoes. We didn't eat food for 3 days. It was potato. We used to eat potatoes with dirt and everything raw. So, and after we came back again, they sent us in a concentration camp. It was concentration camp. It was 4 or 5. We call a little house. Each room they had 24 people stay. You used to say one bunk on top of the other one. And let's see.
Toby,
then,
I need to know, make it real clear to our listening audience.
So,
you were captured and sent to a concentration camp by what army, and what army were you fighting for?
I don't want to fight against the United States or against the Russian, because I had 2 brothers over here in the United States.
So you're in the Italian army.
I was in the Italian army.
Yes, that has to be very, very clear, because
Yeah.
the United States was bombing.
Yeah.
And who took you prisoner?
The German.
The German, right.
They took me prisoner, and they took me to a town, Fisherman is a town before Vienna, in Austria. So we were over there. The American bomb, they come and let the bomb down. They drive us crazy, you know. So we get out and everything. We found it was farmer potatoes. We dig them up with a hand and eat them raw. Dirt and everything. And then after that, they put all together. They put in the concentration camp. Concentration camp. We were about 500 Italian. But after they had the Russian, they had the Polish, they had some Americans, all prisoners like that. But in our place, we were like a room like this, 24 people sleeping on top another. So we go to sleep around 5 or 5:30 in the morning. The German, they come and blow the whistle. They gave us 5 minutes to be outside. All 500, you know. And then they used to come other German, take us, maybe 5, 6 here, 8 or 10 people here, and take us in any kind of work they can find. But I work for a bit down the bunker to make we call them a refugee for, you know, when the airplane come, they got a place and they need the ground to be protected.
Called a bomb shelter.
Yeah, bomb shelter.
So he was building a bomb shelter, basically.
Yeah.
And you were working then underground with the wagons that brought the dirt up from underground.
Yeah.
Tell that story about the wagon.
Yeah, they had to get the dirt under the ground. They had railroad track or a wagon, so it come up. Sometimes they put too much dirt to come up. A guy from here to there, he got a piece of steel and killed him right there.
How was he killed?
A piece of the metal, because it was too much load on that wagon, a piece of metal, he had a piece in the head and killed him right there.
Didn't you tell me that they made them put 2 wagons together, and you said it was too much?
Yeah, because
And they hit you?
Yeah, because it used to be one wagon coming out, it was okay, and after the Germany said we gotta have more and more and more, they put 2 wagons, it was too much, and then the wheel broke.
The cable of the wheel broke and killed this guy.
But it was a factory plane. They used to make the airplane right there, but from here in downtown, you know. The American plane, they used to be in top, let them smash everything all the time. And then they ruin everything. They send us close to Hanover, close to Berlin up there.
Now you're still in the concentration camp, and you're a slave in the concentration camp.
Yes,
A German
yes,
concentration
yes,
camp.
And he's now being moved to a second one because the American bombing was so severe that the first one was being decimated. So he's now being sent up to the second one, okay? And
because if you answer a bad word or tell them something to some of the guard, they said they can send you some place and burn you alive, destroy you. So we spent up there working like a son. We used to work 16, 18 hours a day, food, 1 slice of bread in the whole day. But after we got up there, you know, I was working down the tunnel there, maybe I used to speak pretty good German in those days, you know. I heard they had the guard, the German, the rifle, everything.
Slow down.
They said, I heard they say, about 3 miles is the American tanks. Boy. I said, we got away from Sicily this time, I'm not gonna run away again. When it come dark, we went up the mountain up there, we went up and hide underneath the tree.
Explain how you got away in the dark. Were you working in the dark, right?
Yeah, we got up there, it was dark, we got up there, and that hill like that, we stay up there for 3 days. We don't know what to do, you know. And then we see the American airplane, those little airplanes, they come so low. We said, the American, they must be awfully close down there, you know. We didn't know, you know. So we got down closer. The American tanks and cars and trucks that were going down in the line, they got us. So we went down there, they gave us food.
So how did you manage to escape in the night? Tell us a little more how you got away.
But we had an order in the evening, you know, they supposed to go back with the German. We let them come dark and go in the brush. Had they find the German, they're gonna kill right there. But we went in the brush like a wild animal, you know. We went in the brush, nobody can. If we hear something, we just stay away and don't let nobody close. We were about 4 or 5 people, you know, they're just like that. The other one, they went with the Germany.
Right. So they went back to camp. They were working until late. And when they all went back to camp, a small group of them said, we're not going, because they had overheard this story. And as I understand it, they just slipped away because it was dark and hid in some
Yeah,
brush.
it was the wood just pour it close, you know, some of that wood off it close. You can even walk standing up, you have to go down like the rabbit, you know, underneath because the brush was so low, you know, hiding for 3 days. You know.
If you hadn't been able to speak German and understand German, you never would have gotten that message or understood it.
I know. And so we stay in there, we stay up there another month and a half, and then the American, it was time to send back to Italy. So they load us in a train, they send us back to Italy. But before we got to Italy, they sent us in a big room all together. Sooner we went in there, they had couple guy with the machine. We were kind of afraid for bug, you know.
But
they tried the machine up there. I didn't have no hair in the stomach, but some guy, they got the hair.
Okay, Tobia, let me just interrupt for a moment. They had lice and all sorts of things. There's another story you can tell about cleaning your clothes in a minute. But when they got him free, the first thing that happened was that we're going to be shaved. So now he'll explain what that was like.
To be shaved, you know, we got in there. How the hell are you going to do that? They had the machine guy, couple guy, they start shaving.
You have to sit.
They start shaving up here, here, down here. We didn't even recognize each other no more. But I'm talking about washing the clothes, you know. And we had one stove inside.
Okay, this is in the second concentration camp.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now explain. You can
So
explain.
we had one little stove. We bring home some piece of wood and light them up because we don't have no heating system. How can the hell we going to wash their clothes? So they had a little bucket of faucet, wash them over there, and then we didn't have no just one pair of pants, you know. We wash them over there, and stay close to the stove like that, and make them dry so you can use them again.
All naked, right?
And this was the second concentration camp. He's defining the
even
living
the first
systems.
one. The first one was the second, exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
How long were you in concentration camps?
2 years.
2 years.
1 year, yeah.
2 years, and they worked you as slave labor all the time you were in the concentration camp.
I remember when they called me prisoner in 1943 at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Do you remember the name of the concentration camps that you were in?
Yes.
What were they?
Staglager 17.
Stammlager 17, it turns out to be. That's the first one. And the other one was Gundersen, which was close to Hanover.
Yeah.
I think they were really prisoner of war camps, but they were hard labor camps.
Yeah.
He has a belt from when he was there that he had the whole way through. That they started making notches to figure out how long they had been there. He has that in the kitchen.
Every month I used to cut my knife. I used to...
You are really an outstanding man that you made it through. How many of the men that you were in the service with in your company were captured when you were captured? Do you remember?
We were 500, you know. But the problem is, I was the youngest was in there. I was 19. We had some, they were in there for 4, 5, 6 years. You know, the war was going for a long time. When they called me, I was the youngest one. I was 19.
When you went to the second concentration camp, did all 500 go?
When I joined the army, I was 19. When I came home, I was 21.
You were 21 when you came home.
Yeah.
When you went to the second concentration camp, how many of your men went with you then? All 500?
Yeah, they were about all 500 like that because it's pretty hard to track him because we did from one platform room to another. Here we used to see the people used to work together, but the other guy, you put 500 people like in the street, you blow the whistle, you have to be over there. You don't know everybody, the soldier or new people, you know. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Did you lose any of your close friends? Were any of your close friends killed in the concentration camp?
Yes.
Would you tell me about that?
I had one when I came home.
It's okay. Can you tell people?
I met her mother.
His mother, yeah.
She had me with my son.
This wasn't as strong as you.
Yeah.
Do you want to help him out, Jenny?
He was 1 year older than me.
Uh-huh. And he just didn't have the strength to stay alive. Huh?
No, he got killed.
Mm-hmm. How did that happen?
Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember in the concentration camp, you see lots of people, look, that guy, he's strong. And look to me, I was screaming. I used to say,
Slow down.
or today, or tomorrow, tomorrow I'm going to die because then danger. But it wasn't my time because I came home.
Yes, you did come home, and we're so proud that you
some
did.
People, you see some young, they are so strong. I must have been a lot stronger because to support all the bad time we had, but some people, they're stronger, they're not so strong.
Sometimes it takes an inner strength,
Yeah.
also a very strong desire to live because the stress can be so extreme.
Yeah, so.
Did you lose other buddies in the war?
No, I know a couple guy, I never heard nothing no more.
You went into the concentration camp and that was
yes.
it?
I had couple guy from Naples, I remember. They can even write Italian. Sometimes for 12, 13 months, we don't know, we don't know where it was. And then they sent us a card, the Red Cross got in there. After 1 year, they give one of those cards over here, double, half, you could write half like that and send it to Italy. And the other half, like my father or my mother, they used to send them back to the concentration camp.
So that was so they didn't hear anything from anybody very much because everything was censored and so on.
So that was the total communication, was one of those pieces of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the only way your family knew you were alive.
Yeah. For 1 year, they never heard nothing. Have we live or what?
So that you were listed as missing in action for 1 year.
Yeah. But we didn't know nothing. But after what they call it, we got a card for the Red Cross. You know what the Red Cross is?
The Red Cross,
The
yes.
Red Cross got in there and
made
a requirement.
Yeah,
that
they required to
Yeah.
give some card to write to our father or mother or whatever.
Well, Jenny tells us that while Toby was in the concentration camp, they had absolutely no way of keeping track of how long the time had been that they'd been prisoner. And Toby had a belt, and he cut marks on the belt to try to log off the time that he could keep track of. This is the belt. This is the belt Toby is holding up here.
This is the belt because every man I used to go by, this hole over here was too big. I had to go down, I was getting skinny. You see how far. It's hard to believe where I was.
You went in a big man. You came out a very, very
I'm
slender
not too fat
man.
either, but now I'm up here, but I'm here.
That's remarkable. So this helped to log the time, the cuts in the belt.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah. We used to cut a nut every month, and then I forget it. Sometimes I cut them, and then you get disgusted whatever you were doing.
You get discouraged too, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we're really glad that you did cut a notch and keep that time. You have a historical belt there now.
Yeah, this belt, I remember, I left it, when I came to the United States, I left the suitcase over there and the belt. Oh, I took a trip over there, my brother, he told, how you,
Slow down.
you take your belt and your suitcase for memory to go to the United States. So I bring him over here. So I got him down the garage, hang him over there.
I think one of the reasons why Tobia made it through all of this is his good sense and grabbing opportunities whenever they presented themselves, even if it seemed dangerous.
Yeah.
So there are lots of stories about German civilians, aren't there?
Yeah.
Trying to pass you bread and,
Yeah.
and
There was
grabbing.
even some German civilian, you know, because to go to work, we had a guard, and then they let you go with an LLPs. Sometimes you pass, even lady or German, they throw a piece of bread. Have the Germans see other lady or other people threw a piece of bread over we were dying and hungry, they weren't been in trouble. They do something bad to these people, you know, so they try not to show to the other Germany.
And you were in trouble when you stole the potatoes. Right?
Oh boy, yes.
Tell the story about stealing the potatoes and putting them in your
No,
pants. And
one time we went to work down there, we come home, it was a train all full of potatoes. We were so hungry, you know, how the hell we get the potatoes home?
And the Germans did not have enough guards. This was towards the end of the war. The Americans were fast approaching, so that when the bombs were above, the guards were also fleeing. So sometimes they had an opportunity. So go ahead with that. You saw the truck of potatoes?
Oh, the truck of potatoes, so how the hell we go over there and get them? How the hell, but going out to the it was the 3 or 4 German guards. So what I do, we had those pens, you know.
Tobia, you have to sit. The camera. Now.
We had the pen for the soldier, you know, it's tied up down here. So we put down the potatoes
So
over here.
he has pants on that are tied at the ankle. Okay, now go.
So we fill them up because we see other people were catching a lot of potatoes. The Germans, they were taking them out. Other soldiers, they would get the potatoes out and be in the floor. So we had that one. We take them up from here, fill them up, and tied up our pants, and go over there. And the German went in the need, look, it was okay. So we were full of potatoes. We get up there where we sleep, you know. When are we going to put the potato? Because every day the German used to come, go inside and check where we used to sleep. We took the potatoes and put underneath the mattress. Underneath the mattress were about that wide, all full of straw. The straw being in there so long, you know, got powder.
It be turned into powder.
Turned into powder. We used to put the potatoes underneath. So every day we could have one raw potato. We didn't even have room to cook it. We used to steal them, you know, because it was so bad, you know. I'm hungry boy, I tell you that.
Do you remember telling me about the shoes that you had and trading those for
Oh.
food?
Oh, I tell you, when in the army I had shoes. I had shoes, so they called me the shoes. I get over there, concentration camp. It was other Polish, other civilian, French civilian, they used to stay in there. They free, they used to go to work. Do you see my pair of shoes? Boy, what are you going to do? I said, you want to sell it? I said, they give me some piece of bread. I sold my shoes, and
You sold your shoes for bread.
yeah.
How much did you get?
I got a piece of bread over there, a little bit of money. Now I got the trouble on my paper. I had the shoes,
Oh,
but after they give me,
look at her.
I don't know what they call it, some Ilmerara wood. They used to come from Poland or something.
Clogs.
Clog.
They gave you clogs, wooden shoes.
A wooden shoe. So I had to use that one. The problem is with that one, when the American airplane, it was hard to walk because they don't bend. They hurt you over here. It's all wood, you know. So you know what I used to do? I used to be good to walk barefoot. I pick them up on my hand and run away. Try to run away, like in the field, in the prairie, like that, a little bit, because even if it is close in the prairie, if a bomb come down, had the bomb come down from the door over there, laying down. They don't kill you. The bomb, you know, I see them in Italy, they go up like that. The bomb don't kill you. But if I stay down the bunker where I used to work,
In the bunker where you used to
yeah,
work. Yeah.
have one bomb come and top or something, it'll be close the door, no way you can get out.
So you like to be outside
Yes,
if you could,
yes,
right?
yeah.
That is amazing that you sold your shoes for bread. You're telling us a story about the concentration
big-
camp, and you were an Italian soldier in the army where the Americans were bombing, and you were taken prisoner by the Germans. And today, we're so proud to have you tell us your story. Tell us when the Americans actually saved you on the day that you went to the Americans. Tell us what happened. The day that you escaped.
When the Americans picked you up, what happened that day?
Oh, when they got me free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got down from the, I used to say, you know, because we up down like at that hill up there, we look down, we see the highway, car after car, car after car. And the American airplane, the small one, we call them catcher, the little airplane, they go fast like that, they come so low like that. They're America, they are down there. So we went down there because I see him in Italy, we went down there, so we have food, they give us fruit. We stay up there another few days, and then they got all together and sent us to Italy.
Hey, Tobia, remember that first time that you were complaining they didn't give you enough food and you didn't realize that you were going to go round all the stations? Do you remember you told me about a big room and they gave you just a little bowl and you didn't think it was much, but then there was a lot of other food?
Yeah. Oh, when the American got me free, they told me to go in line. They were feeding.
They were feeding you.
So they told me, where you go in line over there? I don't know how
Speak
come I go in line. Like that, they told me
Speak
that.
slow.
So they give me a bowl. They give me a teaspoon, a spoon like that. Oh boy. Those American, I said, is worse than the German. One spoon like that, I can eat, I don't know how many like that. But it was a line, you know, a long line like that. One spoon was here, one spoon was there. By the time we get around, we had enough more food they could eat.
So the Americans fed you well. I
Yeah.
want to thank you so much for being with us and for giving us this opportunity to hear your story, because you have done so much that we are extremely proud to have you here. We're proud to have you on this interview. It's sincerely appreciated. And also, Jenny, thank you for being our assistant today. You were invaluable.
You're welcome.